If you have ever struggled with making a morning routine that works for you because your schedule is always changing, just like mine, I feel like this is a really good video for you to watch. I'll help you create a morning routine that you can personalize and make your own despite the time that you start. So if that sounds like something that will help you, keep watching. I already filmed this video, but the audio was so bad that I didn't want to keep filming and keep that, so I decided to make a whole new video to this. So if you see it cutting from me outside and me inside, that's why. And me with different hair, because this is while I was editing, I was like, I can't have them listen to this. It's so bad, no one's gonna watch it. You never know.
Hi guys, it's Mia. I'm back. I hope it's not too windy, and I'm here with another video about morning routines because I absolutely love those, and I think those are the basis of being productive. If you've ever been in the medical field, you know that your schedule is ever changing. It's always changing.
So first, I make a list of my non-negotiables in the morning. So this is a list of things that I have to do in order to feel my best and look my best and feel my most productive to set me up for success for the rest of the day. And then I have my negotiables, which are things I add in when I do have time and I have more time in the morning. For example, those days that I start at noon or I start at 9. So I would add those in. And the last thing I would do is revise and repeat. So revision is so imperative for not giving up on your morning routine, not just rolling out of bed so that the day is taking on you and it's just beating you up. You get what I mean. It's a step that not everyone does, but it's just as important as making your non-negotiables and negotiables. So for example, I'll give you my non-negotiables list. So I always have to wash my face and brush my teeth. This is so important if I just want to have a regular hygiene and have myself feel good throughout the day and feel clean. And that really affects my mood, is how clean I feel, to be honest. And it also affects my perception of myself. Like if I feel not clean, I feel kind of lazy, and I don't know why those kind of equal each other, but they do. And then I have to have some kind of exercise in the morning. Like I either have to go on a walk, or I have to do like yoga, or I have to go to the gym. That's more of a negotiable because when I have my shifts that start at 5 or 6 in the morning, I'm not gonna want to go to the gym at like 3 in the morning because I have a really long gym session that I stick to. That's not the big. Anyways, so then we can move on to my negotiables. My negotiables include going to the gym in the morning, doing my skincare, my extended skincare, and putting on more makeup. My negotiables, I will add putting on like mascara and lip gloss and like that. But with my negotiables, I'll do pretty much a full face of makeup because it does make me feel better and it makes me feel more put together, and I feel like I do better on those days, that I feel more confident, because confidence is key, as I've learned in my program. I wanted to add to my non-negotiables that making my morning drink is so important as well. That makes me feel so much better throughout the day, and it makes me crave things less. So for example, I already meal prep all of my meals. If you wanted to see more of that, I have a couple videos on that, but they are dairy and gluten-free, and I try to use whole foods and non-refined sugars. If that is something that you do as well, then tune in or watch one of my previous videos because they show a lot of how I prep. Another negotiable would be doing work in the morning. I feel like this is something that a lot of productive people do in the morning. They add in a whole list of things and work that they want to accomplish. For example, for studying and homework before their shift. That is something that I should incorporate in my non-negotiables, but I'm not there yet. Sue me. I'm not yet because I still am productive on it. Once you make a list of these two things, you are basically going to make an order of them because it's important that you have that list and what order they go in, because for me at least, I tend to forget everything. and I tend to go off task and go off track. So I make sure that I finish everything on my list before introducing anything else. Or I think about an assignment that is due in a couple of days. I'm like, maybe I should work on it. I need to have a one-track mind sometimes, so it's really important for me to make a list. For those days that you have more time, you can make another list with your negotiables on it. I personally put my negotiables in order of most important to least important, and add in depending on how much time I have. So for example, if I start at 9 a.m., that's a lot more time because I wake up at 5 in the morning rather than like going in at 6 or 7. I'll add in the most important things, for example, the 3 or 4 most important things. I also have them categorized by how long they take. I also then make another list, usually the night before, for the morning of or for the week ahead. Being prepared is the most important thing when it comes to being productive throughout the week, and that's why I meal prep all of my meals on Sunday, because it's so much easier to just grab something and throw it in the microwave and then like go. I will make a note of what I do every day. I will reflect on it the next week or after 2 weeks of using whatever morning routine that I've prepared. I will basically do a recap of how it worked out and what I should change and what I shouldn't change, and what I should take out and what I shouldn't take out. So for example, one of the days I started at 8 a.m. and it just wasn't enough time for me to go to the gym, and I went to the gym and I was really rushing and it stressed me out the whole rest of the day, and I feel like my cortisol levels like skyrocketed. So it's really important to make sure you have a note of that. But those are my tips. I think the outro is gonna be me with the really bad audio talking about whatever I'm talking about in that. But it was just a really pretty background. I didn't want to let it go, so I had to add it because it was so pretty. But I hope you liked this video, and let's go back to me in the past.
You just have to make sure that you're constantly making your routine work for you. You don't want to be working for your routine. I hope you got something or anything out of this. If you guys have any other tips for me on how you do your morning routine and how you think it might help me, just leave it in the comments down below. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video.